Hi, this is Gareth looking at the Quinox Pro USB Gamepad from Speedlink. So the Speedlink's Quinox Pro USB Gamepad. This has an Oled display, force vibration integration, 2 analog sticks, 2 analog triggers, 6 programmable buttons, and 2.4 meters of cabling. Obviously this is not wireless, however it's compatible with PC, Windows gaming, and being a little bit of a gamer myself, I thought I'd have a go at it. I don't like gamepads, but I suppose I'm going to have to wake up and start using them with certain games, because PC gaming is going the way of the console in that you see the actual Xbox buttons on the screen of your PC saying press this now. Okay, so on here it shows programmable gamepads. Oh, this is all the same as what's on the front. Intense vibration effects for realistic gaming. Adjustable analog stick with trigger sensitivity, and the cable length is there. Okay, so this is about £40 worth of gamepad. There is a, I think it's called the Xenon or something, or Exanon, which is about half the price, so maybe just doesn't have as many features in it, but it'll be interesting to see, especially this OLED display, how this actually works. Okay, just a bit of plastic packaging there. We have a quick installation guide, and this Speedlink have software, so I'm wondering if it's compatible with that software. There's lots of buttons on here, so we'll keep this out just to have a look, and they do a joystick as well. Okay, so a bit of silica. Right, so this is it. Yeah, so we have the USB here, and then that 2.4 meters of cable, which is unlike the other Speedlinks. This is even nicer corded cable again. This is a step up. It really is, yeah. It's nice and smooth. It seems very strong. The last one felt, whilst it was this similar material, it wasn't quite as high quality as this. Looking around the actual gamepad, we have separate buttons for the D-pad here. I do prefer that a great deal over a big round bit, as we saw on the Master System. We have an analog stick here, complete with click. Same with this one as well. Easy travel. We have back button and a start button and a main button. And down here, I'm guessing this is the OLED display. And we have 4 buttons here, which X, Y, A and B, with a weird kind of magnification effect to them. You can see the B there, it changes as we turn around, so these are magnifying a smaller B down there, so it's very much noticeable. We'll plug this in and have a look at it all illuminated in a bit, because I have to go and connect to the computer. Then on the top here we have R1 and R2, L1 and L2, and there's extra buttons here, which is kind of swanky. And this comes out. Okay, right, so it's a micro USB. Does that make it... You know, it doesn't actually say on the box whether or not there's a battery inside it. I'm guessing that since it doesn't say that, you have to keep it plugged in, but at least you have the option of changing it to a USB cable that you might actually want to use if you have a particular favorite. This is too long or too short or something, so you can switch it over for something else, and that's a very standard connector. Nice one, Speedlink. I think that'll probably tickle some people's fancy. Then again, we have some more buttons on the back. There's X5, or no, K5, K6, K3 and K4, on and off, and X and D. So this is for macro setups. I'm confused already by looking at the amount of buttons on this. It's really off-putting, to be honest. I think this is going in the deep end. I like NES controllers. They have a B and an A button and a D-pad, start and select. And then at the bottom here we have two little triggers for, I don't know, something else. Right, so we're going to have to go and hook this up to the computer so I can actually work out what half of these buttons are for. Actually, comfort-wise, they're... Sometimes I feel that, you know, it's more difficult to press these buttons than the ones at the back do feel to be kind of handy triggers. These two are quite useful. So you might be able to set these up to work in place of those, because the travel, having your finger on this and this is kind of nice, and having to travel up to that is a bit of a pain. But yeah, I have fairly large hands, and whilst it's pretty much identical to the likes of the smaller Xbox controllers, it's very comfortable. Very comfortable indeed. There's nothing in the way of extra flourishes along here or extra textures along here to enhance things. It's just straight to the point, although there is a glossy bit there and then a matte bit here. Right, so we'll hook it up and see what it does. So unfortunately there isn't actually a software center for this for your PC. You set everything up on the device itself. Having turned the lights out, you can see it actually looks pretty attractive. The LEDs work quite well, and it has some extra functionality like the little dials on the bottom here that actually control the sensitivity of the thumbsticks, and we can go to -10 and +10, which is quite handy. And of course the LEDs might not actually be for everyone, so Speedlink have very kindly added a way of being able to turn the LEDs off if you need to. Whilst you can't dim them, you can just turn them off and on very easily by clicking the dials and using the D-pad to actually turn them off. The dials at the bottom actually turn out to be one of the most crucial things with this gamepad. You use the dials to set up various profiles and macros by selecting the desired profile and then putting in a key combination for which you wish to use mid-game. So far things look to be pretty good with this gamepad. What we need to do now is actually go and play some games with it, and then we'll put a written review up over on techaddicts.uk, and you can read that in the coming weeks. So watch out for that. Hit the subscribe button down below, drop in any questions you fancy asking me, and take care.